All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace and blessings to the elect of Israel out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be about the famine of the word and how it's already here. All right. You know, I'm just going to start off with reading Amos 8 and 11. It says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. All right, because, and the way that it's, the reason why I say it's already here is because you already see in these bigger cities, it's illegal to, congregate in groups, all right, and they're giving out fines and locking people up after a certain curfew, and they're giving people fines if they're found out, basically congregating. I think in Hawaii right now they're giving like $5,000 fines if you're out in public, like on the beaches. And I know it's different every city, state, region, or whatever you're in, but according to the prophecies, hey, this whole place is going to be shut down for martial law. But also the internet. The algorithms have changed ever since that net neutrality repeal happened back in 2018. A lot of people forgot about that. It was a hot topic for a while. It was like mainstream news until, once it got passed, everybody thought that the whole, internet was going to shut down or whatever, but they've used gradualism ever since 2 years back to, change algorithms and keep you in a certain, how do I explain it? Like, for an example, there's this app called TikTok, right? And you have two pages. You have one page where it shows like everybody that you follow, and then there's also a page called the For You page. And for stuff to pop up on your For You page, it's still stuff related to your interests. All right, same thing with YouTube, Twitter, everything, so on and so forth. It's still interests related to things that you follow rather than stuff that is going viral. I think on Twitter there's a page called Explore or like Hot News or something like that, and Twitter will put stuff in the trending page that only has like 7 likes and 3 retweets. It's not really trending. It's just what they're trying to hype up, basically. But yeah, this net neutrality repeal happened back in 2018, all right, or December of 2017. The repeal happened. So ever since then, Google, Twitter, AT&T, Verizon, internet companies, and these big network companies have every right to dictate, what you see on your page, all right? Because back in the day, 2 years ago, maybe less, YouTube would promote videos that their algorithm, their algorithm was set up to promote videos on your suggested feed by your interest, by the video that you just watched before, and the more content a page would promote, the more they'd be promoted. All right, so if somebody that made 5 videos in 1 week, their videos would get popped up more on people's suggested feed. compared to someone that would make one video every 2 weeks. All right. But now it's changed to where whoever has the most following, whoever has the most subscribers, their videos will be promoted. Whoever has the most views. But this is Matthew 24 and 11. It says, "And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." All right. Because now that, shit's getting kind of serious, this whole lockdown is happening, people are looking for answers. And you have a lot of people, think that they have the right answer. All right. I've been noticing this at the job site, Jake's talking about the Antichrist and this, that, and the third, Revelation this, serpent people that, Illuminati this, elite bankers, blah, 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 blah. Vaccinations are poisoning 5G towers, this, that, and the third. People are, kind of just in this confused state, man. They're looking for the answers, and people think that they know something, but really they're off. It says, "And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many," and that's what's happening, man. As we're getting closer to the end times, man, you're seeing. Let's get the parable of the 10 virgins. Because this is coming to pass right here. Matthew 25. I'll start at 1. It says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto the 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish." Now the virgins represent, Israelites. The bridegroom, Yahushai, and the lamps meaning the wisdom, the knowledge, understanding of the scriptures and of the prophecies and the things to come. It says that they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. All right, so they weren't keeping that flame hot. They weren't, keeping their wisdom. They weren't looking for the answers, before the evil days came. All right, it says, "But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out." And that's basically what you're seeing now, man. All these people are looking for answers. In the meantime, the wise virgins were doing what they were supposed to do. They're diligently seeking the Lord, all right, and practicing the laws, statutes, and commandments, and giving our people warning of these prophecies, all right. It says, "But the wise answered, saying, No, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut." So those wise virgins, they were ready. They were prepared. All right, but the foolish ones weren't. It says, "Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh." So hey, Yahushua could be right around the corner, and Jake's still lost, man. Even though that they're trying to, seek him now, hey, it's gonna be too late. But yeah, it says, back in Amos 8 and 12, it says, "They shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it." And our videos are really hard to find, man. Like if you try to get on another account, just try to create a new account and look up Great Millstone stuff. It's hard, man. Unless you know that keyword Great Millstone or GMS or certain like key topic phrases. You know, it's hard to find, man. I mean, they're out there. There's tons of videos out there, but I mean, same thing with conspiracy videos. All those Illuminati videos that were pretty much the trend back in, I say, from 2012 to really 2018 when that net neutrality repealed, man. They just switched up that algorithm little by little up till now. Hey, man, that shit's because like right now you can make a video on, you know, if you mention COVID-19 or the coronavirus, you know, that little pop up thing will have that COVID-19, like learn more about COVID-19 under your video. And that same thing with if you watch Russia Today video, it says RT News is wholly or partially funded by the Russian government. You know, trying to give you warning not to trust that news outlet. Yeah, let's get more into the scriptures and about how the famine of the word is here, man. You know, and it's gonna slowly start. You know, the Most High is slowly gonna start speaking less and less and less, man. You know, Second Ezra, what is it, 16? It says, yeah, verse. I'll start at 19. It says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourgers for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges." So the Lord, you know, Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, through His Son Yahushai, is sending these famines, plagues, tribulation, and anguish as scourges for amendment, all right? To make people, you know, realize, oh shit, something's up. That's why you had, I think, like 3 hurricanes in 1 year, and really it was like 3 months. You know, it hit the Bahamas, it hit the East Coast, it hit, you know, from Florida all the way to Texas. You had, you always have like tsunamis and earthquakes, like, you know, so many earthquakes you can't really keep up with it, you know, and everybody knows that scripture, earthquakes in diverse places, you know. The Most High does these things to, you know, stir up the minds of the people. You know, that word scourges are sent as scourges for amendment, a whip used as an instrument of punishment, all right? And amendment, a minor change or addition designed to improve a text. So he's, you know, punishing you for an improvement, all right? So when you see these evil things happening, it should stir up in your mind like, oh shit, something's up, like I got to do something about it. You know, I got to get right with the Lord. It says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. You know, because people are so docile, and here in America they think, oh well, it's happened over there, it won't come to us, or you know, it's just a freak accident. You know, you can't control nature. Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. You know, they're prideful, man. They think, you know, nothing that they're doing is wrong. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Victuals meaning like food, you know, because you know, you can still, right now, you know, even though we're in, you know, an economic decline, you can still Uber Eats, you can still, you know, go to certain places, get some food, you know, yada yada yada. You know, it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, and this great confusion is talking about false information. You know, that's a huge tool that Esau uses to keep people docile. All right, it says, even then evil shall grow upon the earth, sword, you know, war, rioting, you know, civil unrest, And then it says famine, whether it be a drought, plague, another sickness other than COVID-19, and then great confusion, that false information, all right, to diverse you, to distract you from the truth, all right. And the truth is that the Most High Yahweh is about to send His Son Yahweh Shai back to the earth to win this World War III, which is about to pop off. All right, because a lot of people forgot about that whole conflict with Iran, back in January. That's another thing too, that this whole coronavirus, might be a distraction from geopolitical games that the elite are playing, man. Because you gotta see what kind of economic moves these uh, these countries are playing, especially in a faulty time like this, where countries can go bankrupt. They're about to switch up the currency. Big stuff can happen. Because the global economy is shaking. All right. If you research what is it called, just in time supply chains, it's real shaky right now. But it says, yeah, it's going on into Jacob's trouble, but I want to focus on this gospel being hid. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 4 verse 3. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. All right, because the Most High has an elect. He only wants the elect of His people to get this word and understanding. The rest He wants to punish. All right. It says, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. All right, talking about the God of this world being, Esau, Edom. All right, because that word God just means, ruler or a judge. All right, and, through Esau's deception, he blinds the minds of the people which believe not. It says, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. All right, so that's the only way, you're gonna wake up to this truth, is if Yahweh Shai's light, that wisdom shines unto you. You understand His real name. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's name. Yahweh Shai is the Son. You start praying to those names, right? You start to understand everything that they stood for, all right, which is Israel is their favorite. All right, the other nations are likened unto spittle. He doesn't give a shit about them, and that there's an elect of Israel that's going to be delivered from these end times, and 2/3 of Israel is going to cut off and die. All right. Let's get that real quick. This is Zechariah 13, and I'll start at 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. All right, Yahweh is my power, to be exact. Let's get Luke first. This is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. All right, so that's what this gospel is about, is separating, His people, His elect, from the 2/3. All right. And as times get closer, many false prophets are going to pop up, and the elect is going to wax stronger and smarter in the Lord's wisdom and ultimately in faith. All right, our faith is being built right now, because let's get that in Ezekiel, as we're getting closer to Yahushua's return, it's being made more evident that that the Most High has been dealing with us, at Great Millstone, and not in cockiness, but just in faith and evident. Like, it's just evident in our faith, man. We've been out there every week preaching about these things, prophesying about these things. Now they're starting to happen. All right. So this is Ezekiel 33, and I'll start at 32. It says, "And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not." And that's what people think that we're out there for, is for entertainment. Man, we don't give a shit about how nice we sound, or how entertaining we might be. We're not doing this to make a name out of ourselves, man. Y'all hear us talking, but y'all don't practice what we preach, alright? But we do. It says, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them." So, we've been prophesying about martial law, World War III, civil unrest, the RFID chip. And look, man, the RFID chip is here. It's just not been rolled out to the masses yet, alright? The fucking martial law is here. It just hasn't been implemented on the level of what we've been prophesying about. All right, but it will, man. This is just another sign that, hey, we're getting closer, man. It can escalate. It can escalate to that level very quickly, man. What else? Another really close sign was what was happening back in January with Iran. Trump killing that top general in Iran. That could have set off World War III instantly. All right. That was like a trending topic with memes, man. World War III this, World War III that, and this whole COVID-19 thing, man. Plagues are coming to America across globally, all right? And when this comes to pass, man, y'all gonna know that a prophet hath been among them, all right? Let's see what I say. I wanted to go back to, this is Matthew 7 and 6, all right? It says, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you." And that's the spirit, you gotta be in, alright? Now the scriptures do say, freely have you, freely give, for freely it was given unto you, alright? Because, and what that means is, let's get it. It says, "Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give." And that's what we do. This knowledge was given to us freely, so we make videos constantly. But if we come across someone and we're in that, we're breaking down the scriptures and whatnot, and someone can't get it, then hey, we're not gonna waste our our pearls. We're not gonna waste our precious time, trying to explain something that you can't get. This isn't for everybody. All right. Time and time again, we'll keep saying it until it happens. Yahushua is only coming back to deliver, a small portion of the global population. All right. So with that, I hope this video was edifying, and shalom.